Hello, this is the video for strengthening exercises for the shoulder, flexion, extension, internal and external rotation, and scapular protraction and retraction. So for shoulder flexion, we would be performing the exercise of lifting our arms up. This is shoulder flexion. Now, bringing it from this position to this position is the contraction. The contraction period, which is the concentric. Holding it here is isometric strengthening, and slowly controlled lowering it down is the eccentric. Now for shoulder extension, it's the opposite. So for shoulder extension, bringing down the arm. So if you were to have a lat pull down bar, so if you had a bar here and you pulled down, you would be performing shoulder extension. So pulling down would be the concentric, holding it down here, holding it here while the cable is pulling would be the isometric, and then slowly letting the arms come up as you fight it is the eccentric. Now for shoulder, for internal rotation and external rotation, so if you were to bend your elbow like this and you're on your side and you were to pull your arm out, that would be external rotation. So from this position to this position would be the concentric of external rotation. If you were in a side-lying position fighting against gravity, if you were side-lying, I can't lie down on my side right now, but imagine I was, and this is the ground and gravity is pulling this way. External rotation, this would be the concentric, and then holding it here would be isometric, and then slowly lowering it down would be the eccentric. Now for internal rotation, it would be the opposite. So if my hand was out here and I pulled it in, so if I had a resistance band pulling this way, so a resistance band pulling that way, and I pushed in this way, that would be contraction of the internal rotation, and then holding it here would be isometric strengthening, and then slowly letting the band lose slack would be the eccentric. And if you were to put flexion and extension of the shoulder in a side-lying position, you would eliminate gravity. And for scapular protraction and scapular retraction, so for scapular retraction, you would be pulling your shoulders back like this. So if you were to be on a pull-up and you slowly just pulled with straight arms from this relaxed position to this, that's scapular retraction. Scapular protraction would be pushing the shoulders from here to here. So if I were at a pull-up bar for scapular retraction, if I was dead hanging, I would be in slack. As I pulled up, that would be the concentric, and then holding it up like this with my chest and head sort of up high, with the hanging from the bar, I would be in isometric contraction, and then slowly lowering my hands back down to that dead hang would be the eccentric. Now the concentric, the scapular protraction, if this was the floor and I was in a push-up position like this, and I was relaxed, pushing away would be the concentric, slowly holding it up here would be the isometric, and then slowly lowering it down would be the eccentric for scapular protraction. And to stretch the pectoralis major, if you were in a door frame and you had something stopping you like this, and you were to push your chest out and away so that your arm came at an angle like this, that would stretch the pectoralis major muscle. And to stretch the rhomboideus minor and major, if you had your arms straight out like this and you pushed out, so you put your scapula into protraction, you would stretch your rhomboideus muscles. Thank you very much.